Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So this week, certain recipients of Social Security will be receiving their checks directly deposited. These checks are going to be right around $2,000 on average, with the max coming in right around $5,108. So in today's video, we are going to be covering everything that you need to know, plus an update on the government shutdown. But before we go ahead and dive into for today, if you would like to receive up to $200 in free stock or $200 in free cash, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Robinhood. All you have to do is once you click on that link, is just sign up for a free account and then simply link your bank account. You do not even have to make an opening deposit. At that point in time, Robinhood will be sending you one free stock worth all the way up to $200. And if you really just have the cash, all you have to do is once you receive the free stock is just sell it for what it's worth and then transfer the cash value right back to your bank account. Okay, so we are now officially on day 21 of the government shutdown. We are getting closer and closer to setting a record as far as the length of time the government has been shut down. Republicans and Democrats continue to play this game of chicken where both sides are waiting for the other side to blink. Who is going to end up winning? At least politically speaking, we'll have to wait and see. But we're going to go over a quick update before we get into the payments going out this week for certain recipients of Social Security. So first off, according to Fox News, Democrats know that healthcare consistently polls well with voters. Democrats have known for months that many people who receive their healthcare coverage via, quote, Obamacare exchanges would absorb a market price spike with their premiums early next year. Moreover, notices informing people about the impending price increase would start to hit mailboxes in the middle of October. So Democrats have pleaded with Republicans to subsidize Obamacare to defray looming price increases. Obamacare subsidies and the government shutdown aren't directly connected, but Democrats believe that they could link the two, and then after people snored off to sleep about the government shutdown on October 1st, they were really awakened by a notice in the mail that their health care premiums were about to jump. So that is obviously something that we don't want to see. Healthcare in this country is already extremely bad. It's already very much overpriced. But with these healthcare subsidies, not being extended out further, that's only going to cause, a lot of people to have their premiums maybe doubled, possibly even more than that. People, once again, as I mentioned there, at some point in the middle of October. So some people may have already received these notices in the mail showing how much their increase might go up to if this does not take place. Now they go on here to say that's why healthcare is the linchpin to the shutdown. But enter Republicans. They believe Democrats own the healthcare crisis. They passed Obamacare in the first place. It was a Democratic Congress under President Joe Biden that boosted the subsidy to defray the cost of Obamacare and the Inflation Reduction Act, the touchstone of Democrats' legislative agenda. Democrats are demanding Obamacare subsidies before they agree to a Republican plan to fund the government. It said, quote, "It is an inflection point in this budget process where we have tried to get the Republicans to meet us and prioritize the American people," said Clark. But Republicans believe the need to boost Obamacare reveals flaws in the law. He said, quote, "Isn't that an indictment that there's a problem with Obamacare?" I asked House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries that, quote, "the fact that it needs to be propped up in some form?" "No," replied Jeffries. "The overwhelming majority of American people, including in the Republican-run states, support an extension of the Obamacare tax credits. Some Republicans, of course, reject extending these subsidies. But then on the other hand, we actually have some conservatives insisting that Obamacare, yes, needs to continue to be funding. We need to have those subsidies extended out further." So, for example, we have Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, a Republican in Georgia. She said that if you're on Obamacare, your premium is going to literally double. If you have your own private health insurance policy, your premium is going to go up, and people already can't afford their premiums. Once again, according is what Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene said. She said people back at home are going, "Wait a minute, my premium is going to skyrocket. Now, Green is one of the most outspoken members of her party when it comes to concerns about the premium increases. In fact, she believes the Republicans allowed Democrats to hold the moral high ground on it because they're talking about it. And that is absolutely true. So, of course, we do have some Republicans who are very much on board to joining the Democrats in extending those subsidies on Obamacare. And it's come down to, an issue where, once again, healthcare in this country definitely is not the best. Is Obamacare the best possible solution? I would hope not, because people are still paying a lot of money for health insurance. They're literally going broke over it. So what is the answer? Do you have any answer? Leave your thoughts and comments below about what we should do with healthcare in this country. Should we have Medicare for all, where everyone gets free health insurance, or try to reduce in a way where it's actually affordable for individuals, for families? Leave your thoughts and comments below on that. Now, as far as Social Security news goes, of course, later on this week, we do have checks going out. They're going to be right around $2,000 on average, with the maximum going out being right around $5,108. So according to Newsweek, millions of Americans will be receiving their monthly Social Security payments this week, the fifth and second to last payment to be sent this month. Despite the ongoing federal government shutdown, Social Security payments are expected to be paid as normal because the program is funded separately to the annual budget process. As far as what to know, on Wednesday this week, so tomorrow, Social Security payments will be sent to recipients whose birthdays fall between the 21st and 31st of any given month. So if you were born between the 21st and 31st of any given month, you will be receiving your check tomorrow. Now, as far as the amounts go, they say that the amount of Social Security payments each beneficiary receives depends on their lifetime earnings and how many years they contributed to Social Security through payroll taxes. So the average monthly retirement benefit is about $2,006.69 as of July this year, and Americans age 62 may receive up to $2,831 per month, while those who wait until the full retirement age of 67 may receive all the way up to $4,018, and then finally it rises all the way up to $5,108 if you're able to wait all the way until the maximum age at the age of 70. Now, if a payment does not arrive on its scheduled date, recipients should wait 3 business days before contacting the SSA. Weekends and federal holidays do not count as business days. So, of course, again, tomorrow, if you receive Social Security, you can expect to receive your check tomorrow on Wednesday if you were born between the 21st and 31st of any given month. And then next week, if you receive SSI benefits, you're actually going to be receiving your second check this month. You would have already received one check, your first check on October 1st as usual, but you're also going to be receiving a check on October 31st because November 1st is a Saturday, so you are going to be receiving your November check just a little bit earlier. Now, as far as other important dates coming up this month, on October 24th, coming up in just 3 days, that is going to be the date in which we know the inflation data for September. And what's important about the inflation data for September? Well, once we have the inflation numbers for September, we'll finally have the three third quarter months that we need in order to calculate what the cost of living adjustment is for 2026. This is going to be especially important. We already know so far that right now projections are coming in anywhere between 2.7 to 2.8%. This would result in an increase of anywhere between $52 a month to $56 a month on average. Some people, of course, are going to be receiving less. Some people are going to be receiving more. Now, even though you are going to be receiving this increase, another thing that you will have to keep your eye out for are the Medicare Part B premiums. Those are projected to rise by right around $21.50 per month next year in 2026. That is a pretty steep increase. So if you're receiving like a $50 per month increase, but your Medicare Part B premium is also going to be increasing by $21.50, that's going to cut your increase almost in half, unfortunately. But with that said, that's all we have for today's video. As always, leave your thoughts and comments below. Would definitely love to read them. But that's all we have for today's video, and I will see you in the next one.